Hello, everyone. Welcome to Subversive Fashion, Art, and Tarot. And today I'm going to do a reading on Keith Haring and possibly a little sketch. um, I want to start off by saying that Keith Haring was an American artist. He had over 51 one-man shows, 45 murals, and created over 10,000 art pieces. His work was seen all over the world. He did a lot of workshops, many workshops for kids, loved children. He was the oldest of three sisters. As a young kid, he was um, he was inspired by Walt Disney and his father, who happens to be an amateur cartoonist. So you can see a little bit of that influence in his work. But he was also influenced by African and Aboriginal art, which I found to be interesting with his work. He seems like a man who's very open to a lot of different things and many experiences. He moved to New York City in 1978, to study painting at the School of Visual Arts. Originally, he's from Kutztown, Pennsylvania, um, but he was influenced by the New York City graffiti subculture. He started painting on empty blackboards in the subways, in which he got really well known for. People really liked what he was doing. He created an interest, he created a buzz. People liked, what he was doing. And from there, he was just so motivated. He had all this energy, just kept right on going, So right now, I want to know about Keith Haring. What was going on around Keith Haring before he died? What was he thinking? What was going on around him? Days before he passed on? What was surrounding his life? What was happening? You know, you know, um, just those things, and just to get some perspective on him as a person and some idea. And so, let's get started. Let's start over. Please, God, allow me to see about Keith Haring. Please share with me about Keith Haring, about what was going with him before he passed, what's happening. Tell me what you would like me to know, what you would like to share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wow. First card I get. Stalemate card. Um, First thing I get, this represents him as a person. So, I get that his mind looked like it was going in different directions. Probably had a lot on his mind. He didn't know what to do. It seemed like he was just at a stalemate. He was just not sure of what to do with. That's what I get here. So, yeah, it seemed like he was just stuck in a rut. Unable to see. Something was unclear with him. There just wasn't no direction in terms of what he wanted. Uh, yeah, as far as what he wants to do. I mean, he did what he wanted to do in life as far as doing his art, and that part is very clear. It's just right here in his situation, what was going on before he was passing, or days before he passed, looked like he was at a stalemate position. Yeah, what's crossed by it is the Ten of Wands. It's the Burden of Success card. He did a lot of work, people. He did a lot of work. He really did. He enjoyed what he did. He loved what he did. He put a lot of effort, a lot of himself in his work. He loved what he was doing. So that's what crosses the stalemate card. And the Ten of Wands just it's like a Burden of Success card. So he did reap the rewards of his talents and his skill, and he loved every moment of it. That's what I get here. So he had a pretty good adventure. What's beneath him, which also represents kind of like past influences, is the Strength card. He definitely had a strong head, focused head. His mind was infinite. He was definitely creative. And it seemed here, based on this imagery, he definitely knew how to tame the beast. Beast being the media. The media can be a bit harsh, but he knew how to play that game with them. He caught on to that kind of quick. He's a kind of a quick thinker, I get. Yeah, I get that he's really a quick thinker kind of guy. Moves quick, think quick. You know, he's on it. He's that kind of dude. Yeah. That's what I get there. Yeah, his mind was definitely infinite. You know, because creativity just never ended with him. And you know that when he creates his art, he's not sure what he's going to do. So he doesn't plan anything out. He just creates. He just draws. He would just do his murals without any plans, no idea. He just kind of go with the flow. It's like he's like, I feel like he was spiritually led. I kind of feel like he was a metaphysical person, or some sort of spirit was like talking to him in some kind of way through his work. Because his work is a bit spiritual. When you really, look him up on YouTube and on Google, you'll find a lot of his work, and it's just absolutely amazing. Anyway, what's behind him, which represents past influences, is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, his mind in his past, probably he was thinking in a poverty kind of way, in a poor kind of way. But if you look at this imagery, I feel like he was definitely going for spiritual guidance, spiritual help, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of spiritual connection to help him along the way. Yeah, to sit to himself better. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, I feel that with him. Yeah, what crowns him is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, he I wouldn't say he had slow, steady growth, but he was definitely creative. He had, totally went blank on this one. Hold on for one moment. Excuse me there. I had to get some reference here. This is a studiousness card. He definitely had financial gains. He definitely helped with organizations. He helped with he helped with creating, working with kids, and doing art with children, and helping with different organizations to help fund different programs. Um, so he definitely assisted in that matter, and I get that what crowns him, assisting others, helping them to gain financial prosperity for them, not for himself, but mainly to assist others. Yeah, that's what I get there. In his future, I get the Three of Wands. I see him seeking opportunity. He was definitely a self-starter, self-motivator, and he definitely went out. He never worked for anyone. He worked for himself. He was self-employed. Really, he went out and he just did what he loved. He had no problem seeking opportunity because opportunity just came to him. So there was never an issue with him. So, but I also, because it's in a future position, his art lives on, and people are still influenced by that today. You know, you could just go online and Google him, and I even see people wearing his work out in the streets. I see it in advertisements. It's just amazing. His work has created such an impact. So, um, I definitely see the three of wands that way. Yeah. What was on his mind is the Six of Pentacles. He was a generous man. He was definitely a generous man. He was very open-hearted. He was kind, sweet. Um, he loved to help others. Again, he was part of organizations to help with children. He loved children. Um, he loves helping those that were in need. He was just a generous, open-minded man. And yeah, that's what I get here. What was in his environment is the Page of Cups. But this one, I see he's marrying these fishes. So, yeah, give me one moment, please. Excuse me. This is Page of Cups is birth of new emotions, and with this card, he definitely built relationships with people. He had new experiences with people. He was definitely not afraid to go out and interact with others, which invited those new experiences. And he liked mingling with people. He liked connecting with them. Yeah. He liked doing that. He loved people admiring his work. I think he got a bit of a sense of a kick out of that because he was very talented and he knew he was talented. And I still feel that he was spiritually guided with his work in what terms of what he was doing because it came from a spiritual place. The lines were very simple, very sharp, very to the point. He had no plans for anything. He just went was off top of his head, and he's very sure. He had a very confident hand as he drew and as he illustrated his work. It was just amazing in terms of what he was doing. Yeah. Well, and in Hopes and Fears, I get the Ten of Swords. This is a revocable ending. Whatever he was planning or thinking is done. The past is over. He had moved on. So he knew he was passing, and he knew that because he did die of AIDS. So we lost a good one there. He died back in February 1990. So that was definitely during the AIDS epidemic, and he definitely got affected. So, but he did a lot of great work before he moved on. So this card, I just feel this card represents his passing, his death. So that was, his fears was his death, but it works lives on. So, yeah. And then the final outcome is the Hermit. He seeks spirituality. He searched within himself. He self-meditated. He meditated. He connected with spirit. He connected with God. He had to make his peace before he moved on. Yeah. Let me see if I get other further in-depth ideas of what was going on around him. Oh, I get the Empress. Okay. Because he definitely birthed and created new ideas. He was like a creature of creativity. He had no problem creating. That was like, he was meant to do that. And he spiritually reeked of creativity in a good way. So I see that represented here with the Empress. He birthed a lot of things into the world through his art, which was absolutely amazing. Knight of Wands. Hold on, I need to get further meaning of the Knight of Wands. Just one moment. The Knight of Wands is escape from difficulty. So whatever trouble he was going through, he moved on from it. But it's also, a creative card too, and it definitely is a part of who he is. Yeah, that's what I get there. And then the Devil card, major transformation. So whatever was going on with him, he probably had self-imposed um, conflicts and devilish functions that he had to overcome. And but you know, when you look at this card, the chain is loose around these their necks here, so they can easily just take it off and just move from it. So that tells you that, you know, it tells you that you can easily move on from your difficulties, whatever they may be. Hence, connecting with the Knight of Wands, which is escaping from difficulty. Yeah. So, whatever troubles that he had, which we also know happens to be him being sick from AIDS, you know, I know that probably just really troubled him so much. Yeah. And he wanted to escape from that, but unfortunately he couldn't, so, and he passed. Yeah, so that's my reading on Keith Haring. And now I'm going to remove these cards here. Yeah. What I would like to do is a tribute to him in my way. In my way. Because I love his simple line work. And I want to do something fun, inspired by him. I wonder if you guys can see me. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna do something kind of. I'm just gonna lightly draw here. Get some kind of idea of what I want to do here. Yeah. I have to like plan what I do with him. He has such a confident hand. He knew what he was going to do right on the spot. Me, I have to like kind of plan it out a bit so I know what I'm doing. So just bear with me. But I had this idea that was on my mind with Keith Haring, and I really, inspired by Keith Haring, and I really want to, you know, do this and share this with you guys. You know, yeah, just bear with me. I'm about to ink this in momentarily. Yeah. Get his eyes going. Actually, I was going to do something else here. I'm going to do this more in a spiritual, metaphysical way. Yeah. Yeah. Give him a little smile there. So what I'm doing is creating like a daisy sunflower head here. It is hovering above this Buddhist sitting figure. And I thought that'd be a cool drawing to create that's inspired loosely on Keith Haring in terms of what he was doing, because I do feel that he was a spiritual metaphysical person, and his art kind of conveyed that to me. So and put that here. Life. Love life. Sign of the heart, love life. Have this person sitting. Yeah. Put in a little box here. Make this a little fun. I don't think I'm gonna color this in. I kind of like the idea of just being simple, just ink. Right now I'm just kind of penciling everything in. So, but it's gonna become more clear once I ink everything. Hope you guys like this. This is fun to create. It's fun to be creative, get your ideas out. What's better than get a nice little tarot read and to get a nice little drawing after that, I think that is just the coolest thing. Especially something inspired by the person themselves. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah. You guys can see me. This pen might be a little too thick. I might have to choose a different. But just for this purposes, I just want to get the ideal out. I don't have to be perfect, but yeah, I have to let the whole idea of perfection go. Yeah. 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 Go. Yeah. And then you have the little flowers here. I'm not worried about being perfect, I don't think Keith did either. Although his lines were very sharp, but then some drawings were just very loose. He just kind of just let some stuff go, based on my observation on some of the work that he has done. Yeah. These are like little sundays, these little flowers, just loosely, just floating about. Yeah. Yeah. These like little seeds. Little dots here. Yeah. To frame it now. Yeah. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. My version of a Keith Haring drawing. Yeah. I might put this in my Etsy shop. I clean it up a little bit, then I'll put it in for sale for those that are interested in looking at my Etsy shop or going to my Etsy shop. It's called Cynthiana James. I named after my mom. And it's mostly metaphysical, new age, spiritual products, graphic shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies. And I think this might make a great addition to the shop. Let me know what you guys think. I might actually just color it up. Yeah, I think I might just color it up. But this pretty much gives you an idea of my interpretation of Keith Haring's work. Of course, my version. My goal is never to copy the actual person, but to get a feeling of them. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So anyway, please come back soon to Sylvester's Fashion Art and Tarot, and I will have another reading for you guys soon. Yeah, thank you.